Good day to you. Good thing, bad thing, who knows? There is an ancient and instructive tale. It comes from the Sufi tradition. There are many versions of it, but I like the one that I'm about to share with you. There was a man and his son, and they lived in a beautiful valley, and they were very happy. But they were also dirt poor. And the man got sick and tired of being dirt poor, and he decided that he was going to become rich. He was going to turn entrepreneurial and breed horses. So he bought a stallion. He didn't have money to buy the stallion, so he borrowed very heavily from the neighbors. And the very night that he bought the stallion, it kicked the top bar loose from the paddock where he had housed it and escaped. And all the neighbors came clustering around. You were going to become a rich man, but your stallion has run away. And you still owe us money. You are screwed. And the man looked at them and shrugged his shoulders and said, good thing, bad thing, who knows? That stallion fell in with a group of wild horses, and they were close to where this man and his son lived, and he was able to lure them into the paddock, which he had repaired, so escape was no longer possible. And all of a sudden, he had the stallion back plus a dozen wild horses, which by the standards of that village made him a wealthy man. And the neighbors came running around and said, oh, we thought you were destitute, but fortune has smiled on you. You are actually a rich man. And the man shrugged his shoulder and said, good thing, bad thing, who knows? The man and his son started to break the horses so they could sell them on the market. And one of the horses threw the man's son and stomped on his leg. And it broke, and it healed crooked. And the neighbors came around clucking, he was such a handsome lad, but now he will never be able to find a girl to marry him. How unfortunate. And the man shrugged his shoulder and said, good thing, bad thing, who knows? That summer, the king of the country declared war on a neighboring country, and press gangs moved through the villages, rounding up all the able-bodied young men to serve in the army. But this man's son was spared because he had a game leg. And the neighbors had tears in their eyes as they clustered around. We don't know if we will ever see our sons alive again, but you still have your son with you. How fortunate you are. And the man shrugged his shoulder and said, good thing, bad thing, who knows? And it goes on like that forever. There is a lesson here, an instructive lesson, and we will come to that tomorrow. For the time being, here is what I would like you to do. Recognize that whenever something happens in your life, you immediately stick a label on it. You decide whether this is good or bad. Even trivial things. For example, you want to have a cup of coffee, so you go to the coffee machine and you find that someone has taken the last cup and there are only dregs in the bowl. So if you want to have coffee, you'll have to rinse out the bowl and brew yourself a fresh pot, and you think, this is bad. Your spouse calls you, your in-laws are going to be coming for dinner, they may stay the weekend, and you say, bad thing, really bad thing. Look at how you label the things that happen in your life. Odds are very good that the bad thing label overwhelms the number of things that you classify as good. Try this. For the next day, consciously become aware of what is happening in your life and become aware of how very quickly, instantaneously, in your head, you pass a judgment, this is good or this is bad.